All right, good afternoon. Sorry for those of you who may have tuned in just a second ago. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but your AAA state final is underway between the Cox Falcons and First Colonial Patriots, and just like we talked about a little bit in the pregame, Cox has a history of success here in the state championship game because, well, they've walked away winning it 17 times. They've actually they won it 7 consecutive times. In obviously an impressive span of wins there, but First Colonial is here for a reason, ranked number 3 in the nation. They've outscored their opponents this year 176-9. So Cox has 3 of those goals, so they're hoping that they'll be able to build on that and maybe pull off a gargantuan upset here today over a national powerhouse. I'm Taylor Jensen, joined alongside Terry Sawyer. Game just got underway. We are still within the 29-minute mark, and we see the Cox Falcons getting ready to get into their offense, and we saw First Colonial yesterday really put a pounding on Stafford, and they just put on an offensive show for everybody, giving a 10-0 shutout. And now First Colonial getting into their offense. They are a very fast-paced, high-octane team that really likes to run, and you almost got to pick your poison with them on who you want shooting the ball because they are all lethal scorers. Ball goes out of play on the far sideline.
Yeah, that's true, Taylor. We saw like 6 different players from the First Colonial side score yesterday against Stafford.
And both teams, pretty good turnout here today. Obviously, they're fairly local schools, so they travel well. First Colonial putting the ball back in play on the far sideline. And obviously, a lot of people would jump to a conclusion saying First Colonial is favored to win this game, but again, you can't count out the experience factor for the Cox Falcons. I mean, winning a state championship 17 times, that's something that you cannot leave out when you get into these kinds of discussions as to who you think the winner will be. Ball's out of play near sideline. We're going to put it right back into play here. Cox obviously wants to try and take advantage of the time of possession here in today's game because you can't allow First Colonial to get comfortable in their offense.
I think a main objective today for the Falcon defense is to keep them out of their circle and try to deny that corner. First Colonial has got some very nice set pieces on their penalty corners.
And First Colonial still kind of working the ball around, but Cox on the takeaway. They're trying to get a breakaway here. They got a lot of field in front of them, and they like to run as well. And we saw Cox win in a thriller yesterday over Mountain View. They won 2-1 in overtime, and Cox has an overall record of 17-7 for the regular season coming into this year, into this postseason. And First Colonial is 24-0. They beat Stafford, like I said, 10-0 in regulation. So both teams taking different paths to get here, but nonetheless, they're both here. And the ball is going to go sailing down the sideline, out of play at the end line. It looks as though Cox is going to get the possession. And, of course, Cox is in the white uniforms with the green shorts, and First Colonial is wearing the light blue. I refuse to call it Carolina blue due to my my Duke loyalties. And Cox really playing tough right now, getting these passing lanes, really trying to play some stingy defense. That's what you got to do with First Colonial is when a team likes to play fast, you almost kind of want to speed them up more than they're comfortable playing. And it'll cause them to make some mistakes.
Again, both teams have yet to settle down and maintain possession. Just seems like they're trying to get the ball ahead fast and try to maybe get a jump on each other.
And we've talked in a few different pre-games before that, usually the first few minutes of the game are spent between the 25s really feeling each other out. They want to kind of get a feel for the opponent kind of see what their strategies are, and then they can start exploiting the weaknesses of the strategies. In order to do that against First Colonial, you got to bring your A game and be mentally in check. And First Colonial getting a takeaway there, getting a little chippy. And they've got the ball inside the circle, trying to get a shot away. But First Colonial is just not really letting it happen. But there's a whistle. And it looks like we're going to get an early corner here for Cox. And we saw in the last game the corner decide who won the state final. So these plays carry a lot of weight, especially in big games like this when it's a win-or-go-home scenario. See if First Colonial can come away with a stop here, or if Cox can manage to put First Colonial in an early 1-0 deficit. And they take a great shot on the goal, but it's deflected. And First Colonial getting the ball up the field in a hurry. It's on the near sideline right in front of our booth. We got a whistle here. First Colonial is going to retain possession.
Both teams like to transition fast, like I said, and try to get that ball up to their forwards as quickly as possible.
And First Colonial getting a great look at the goal here, but man, what a diving save there. It's a great play from Becca Hess.
Yeah, she had a great game yesterday against Mountain View, too.
Hess is a defensive stopper from her goalkeeper position. There's a shot from First Colonial, and she's going to dive. Oh, Becca Hess dives on top of it, but it gets away from her. First Colonial gets the first goal of the game. They're up 1-0. It's kind of a defensive breakdown there in front of the goal. And there were so many blue jerseys in front of the goal. Not sure who got that, but we'll get confirmation here in a minute. I believe it was number 1, Haley Schleicher. Or number 11, I should say, Kelly Chesson. She's a senior forward for the Patriots. And the assist goes to number 13, Savannah Sheridan. So great way to start the game here for First Colonial. They go up 1-0 early. We're at the 22-minute mark roughly.
Like I said, once again, Becca made the initial first save, and it's give First Colonial those second, third shots, and they're going to try to get that ball in on you.
Yeah, you have got to get the ball away from the goal after a save, because the more times you allow First Colonial to get in there and take some shots on the goal, your odds for getting the stop reduce drastically, because they know how to put it in the goal, as evidenced by the fact that, well, they've scored 176 goals this season. And they seem to be clicking on all cylinders after a 10-0 win over a gritty Stafford team yesterday. Cox trying to make something happen on offense for themselves, and they get awful close, but nothing given.
And that ball went off the defender, and we're going in with a long hit.
So here we go for the Falcons. It was out of play on the end line, so First Colonial is going to get possession back. They're going to try and get into the teeth of this Falcon defense, but nothing there. Cox back on the attack. And it's kicked away there by the keeper for First Colonial, and that's Katie Jones there. She's a junior for the Patriots. And she is tough to score on, as evidenced by the fact no one got anything through her in the semifinals. And we've got a whistle here close to the goal, and it's another corner for the Falcons. These are great opportunities for them to put First Colonial in an uncomfortable position. If they can manage to score here, we're going to have a tie early on. We're just now at the 20-minute mark. Ball's in play. Passes it to the right side, back to the middle, takes the shot, and it's deflected. And nothing there. It was stopped once again by Katie Jones, but we've got another corner coming up. So back-to-back corners. This is the third one of the first half for the Falcons, so they're getting a lot of breaks here early in the game, and they could really use a goal from one of them. Another shot here. It's going to go wide left. So First Colonial now has possession, and they're going to bring it all the way up the field. It's going to go out of play on the far sideline right in front of the Falcon bench. Lots of field hockey action going on here this weekend. And it's going to go out of play again on the far sideline. So Patriots having some trouble getting the ball up the field here right now. And there's a rocket hit back into play. And once again, out of play right in front of the Falcon bench. But now First Colonial is going to have possession and try to bring it up the field and get back into scoring position. And there's just an absolute battle going on over on the far sideline with a team trying to come away with the ball. And now First Colonial is back in the defensive stances. Cox trying to get a good look at the goal, but nothing really there. And there is a lot of blue jerseys playing great defense, taking away any types of looks. And we've got a timeout early on, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. The score is 1-0 in favor of the First Colonial Patriots over the Cox Falcons. I'm Taylor Jensen, joined alongside Terry Sawyer. Stay tuned for more state final field hockey action on VHSL.com.
Who called the timeout?
Hey, Mike, there's no videos on here.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
And welcome back to Virginia Beach, Virginia. We are coming to you live on VHSL.com from the AAA Division state final field hockey match between First Colonial and Frank W. Cox High Schools. And it's a 1-0 game right now between the two in favor of the Patriots from First Colonial. Both teams local, didn't have to travel too far, so their fan bases followed suit and came right down here. Both teams playing fairly well here to start the game. Still kind of feeling each other out, however. Neither team has really had any types of sustained possessions or anything like that, but they're both playing stingy defense, that's for sure. We're at about nearing the 17-minute mark. Now, Terry, how big of a factor does the experience of the Falcons play right now? I mean, they've been here, they've won it 17 times, and you would think that would really carry over as far as, you know, everyone just kind of having a sense of calm about them, like they've been here and done that before.
Well, there's definitely a lot of experience and a lot of history and tradition with the Cox program. But like I said before, First Colonial is out to make a statement. They want to prove that last year was no fluke and that they are a legit program ready to start their own history.
Well, The fact that they are a legit program is evidenced by their number 3 national ranking. So they're, like you said, they're out to prove that that's no joke. It's not too often you hear about teams that are ranked so highly feeling like they have something to prove, but I think in the case of the Patriots, they do feel that way. They want to be able to justify their ranking, and, well, the Falcons really want to pull off an upset here today. And we've seen some great field hockey. First game of the day today was a nail-biter, and it kind of was the same way yesterday, and that's how the Falcons find themselves here. Kind of played out almost identical to the game this morning in a 2-1 overtime victory. So now the Falcons on the attack, but Patriots trying to take it away. Still a lot of play in between the 25s. Nothing really getting inside the circle here yet, except for maybe a couple of possessions. Wind really starting to pick up here too. That was a big factor yesterday. And we've got another whistle here, so looks like the Patriots are going to keep possession, get a chance to reset this offense. And it gets inside the circle, but it's going to go well to the left of the goal. Wasn't a shot, but looked like they were trying to connect to create one. And boy, you look to the left and it's just an absolute sea of light blue.
Still don't want to say that Carolina blue, huh?
I refuse.
How about sky blue?
We can go. I can live with that. I can live with that. So now the Falcons have the ball right in front of our booth here on the near sideline, getting it back into play, crossing midfield. And we've got a whistle, and that's going to be a change of possession.
Yeah, that ball was a little high off the initial hit, so the official blew it against the Falcons.
And we've got a lot of change of possessions here going on early in the game. Teams really getting after each other.
I don't know if you can see, but number 11 over there, Kelly Chesson, has a soft cast on her arm, and she's played most of this postseason with that injury. Hasn't stopped her, though.
Well, that's toughness. I mean, anytime you're wearing any kind of brace or a cast or anything like that, that's something to be said because, I mean, I can speak from experience playing with injuries, especially if something's broken and you're constantly getting hit or whacked by something during the games. I mean, you got to be able to block out the pain. And we got another corner here for the Falcons, so another opportunity. I believe this is number 4. Let's see if they can capitalize. There's a shot, and it's going to go wide right. Plenty of speed on it. It was plenty low, but just a little to the right.
Yeah, the Falcons scored yesterday on that same play. Jeannie Blackwood inserted the ball, and then Mallory Roach took the shot.
Well, they really get a lot of great shot opportunities out of that play there. I mean, like you said, that's what they scored out of yesterday in their game. So it seems like it really works for them. And they had an open look there, just didn't quite come together like they would have hoped. But you can imagine that they'll go back to that at some point in the game.
Well, both these teams have an arsenal of penalty corner set plays, and like I say, they've played each other enough, so maybe they do have an idea of what might be coming.
And that really works to Cox's advantage, you would think, because even though they walked away from the 3 meetings in the regular season with losses, they've been able to see First Colonial enough times to where they know what their strategy is, they know what their game philosophy is, so they can better prepare for it after playing them so many times. So that could really go a long way in how this game turns out. And we've got another corner here, so the Falcons really doing a great job of getting these corner calls. And it's showing some frustration with the Patriots. And we'll see what play they go to here. They've gotten a lot of great looks.
I'm sure Katie Jones is talking to her defense back there.
And here we go. Oh, it's to the left. They were trying to connect for a better angle on the shot, but just wasn't there.
Yeah, a lot of times they'll send that ball up high, then down low to the inserter, who's often unmarked, and they often get an easy goal down there.
And the Falcons really doing a good job of hanging tough. We're at the 11-minute mark already. So this game's been going pretty quickly. And it's still 1-0. And we saw First Colonial yesterday kind of get out to a slow start. They were up 2-0, but it was not very typical of what their usual output is offensively, and then they just poured it on in the second half. So that's something that the Falcons really need to avoid, is letting the Patriots get hot. And the ball's going to be put back into play on the near sideline, down almost in the corner. And don't worry, that music's not coming from my iPod. It's coming from the football field across the way.
Yeah, the Sportsplex is a hotbed for local football, local soccer, and we even have had some college and club lacrosse.
And of course, this football field across from us was the site of a few state championship football games. So a lot of great state competitions go on at this facility, and we're seeing one of them right now. And we've got an injured Patriot down in the field. Looks like she just kind of collided with another player, but she's going to jump right up and hang in there. And again, when you're playing at such a fast pace and two people collide, I mean, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, that's for sure.
Yeah, she's trying to walk it off because she doesn't want to go out of this game.
Of course, First Colonial has plenty of veteran leadership out there.
I believe that is number 5, Brooke Hiltz. She is the Eastern Region Player of the Year. And very crucial in their midfield. She is a center mid.
She is one of 7 seniors out there on this Patriot team. And the Falcons trying to get into this First Colonial defense and make them really work. They've been doing a good job of that so far, but First Colonial having none of it this time.
The crowd's starting to get into it.
And they've got a great turnout here, trying to give their nationally ranked team some support. And they've got a little breakaway here. This is number 13, Savannah Sheridan. She passes it away, and they're going to get a good shot on the goal.
Stroke. Yeah, Hess made an initial save off a Chesson shot, and then apparently he must have hit a Falcon defender in the goal mouth, and a penalty stroke was awarded to FC.
And here we go. A great opportunity for the Patriots to build a 2-0 lead. This is exciting stuff right here.
Yeah, number 5, Brooke Hiltz, she converted yesterday on a penalty stroke, so this should be good.
Wow, this is a big moment right here for these two teams. We'll see what happens. Brooke Hiltz, and there against Becca Hess. And it's good. That's a goal for the Patriots. And they go up 2-0 with 9 minutes and 36 seconds left to play here in the first half. And boy, that's just tough. That's a lot of pressure there that's on the goalie. And you got to be quick on your feet, and that's something Becca Hess is, but that ball is just traveling so fast. It's almost a guessing game of where you think it might end up. So now the Falcons in an early 2-0 hole they got to dig themselves out of. So the pressure is starting to mount here in the first half. You don't want to let this game get away from you and have to come back against a team of First Colonial's caliber.
Yeah, on that stroke, you saw Hiltz go to the goalkeeper, Becca Hess's left. That is the weaker side for the goalkeeper. A lot of times, most strokers will go to the right of the goalkeeper, and most goalkeepers are strong diving and saving to their right.
little stoppage in play here. It's going to go right back into play near sideline, right in front of some fans. So they're getting some up-close action.
I can tell you as officials, sometimes that's too close. Even though it is 5 yards or so away, the fans are in your ears a lot of time.
And here comes First Colonial trying to bring the ball across midfield. They got some space in front of her. Trying to connect on a pass here, but it looks like it's not going to happen, but they're still fighting for it down near the end line. And we are right at the 8-minute mark. This is the AAA state final between the Cox Falcons and the First Colonial Patriots. First Colonial is up 2-0. And we are live on VHSLnetwork.com, where you can catch plenty of action for your Virginia high school sports. And they're going to be broadcasting a lot of the state finals that are coming up here for the fall athletic teams. Of course, they're calling right now on the PA system that Brooke Hilt scored that last goal on that stroke. And some action again right in front of the stands here. Here comes the Patriots, and it's going to go right out of play near sideline again. And a little bit of a stoppage in play here. And it's going to be a change of possession. Here come the Patriots. And they obviously want to try and open this game up early and just keep adding pressure to this Falcon team to make them have to dig themselves out of a hole. And that's a nice position to be in when you're in a state final. You don't want to have it be neck and neck.
No, Taylor, it's not raining.
We've got the sprinklers going on behind us, and when I say sprinklers, I mean monsoon machines. Here we go with a breakaway from First Colonial. And they're going to clear the ball, release some of this defensive pressure, and the Falcons really dodged the bullet there because they had an open net.
Yeah, once again, we did see Becca Hess come out to meet that person one-on-one.
And Becca Hess is a defensive stopper. She is not bashful to come out there and challenge the offense. Now, in your opinion, I mean, what are some things that the Falcons need to do to get back into this? I mean, there's things that they need to tweak that they can maybe get some time of possession back going their way. What do they need to do here?
Again, like I said, their execution on their corners has not been what they would like. And I think, again, they have to sit there and try to work the ball around the outside. They cannot go through the middle of First Colonial's defense. They are pretty solid there with Ellen Ross, a senior defender, Brooke Hiltz in the middle. So they have got to get it to the outside, work it around, and then go for that penetration.
And speaking of penetration, the Falcons trying to get some there, and the ball just kind of goes out of play, trying to connect on a pass. Beautiful day here for field hockey. Not too cold. It's pretty nice out, relatively cool, light breeze. Beautiful fall weather here in Virginia Beach. And Patriots trying to bring it up the far sideline. And it's going to go out of play right in front of the Cox bench. And Coach Julie Swan knows that she has her work cut out for her against First Colonial, but they're no strangers again to this state championship game. There's some tough defense here being played by the Patriots, and it's going to be a change of possession. So First Colonial is going to take back over and try to bring it up the field. Just inside the 4-minute mark now. Patriots up 2-0. in the first half. So still lots of hockey to be played. A little stoppage in play here at the moment. Officials being sure that they're getting things straight.
Yeah, the official awarded the change of possession there. First Colonial did not take their free hit where it was supposed to be.
And it looks like we've got another corner here. And boy, Cox needs they really need to take advantage of these. They've had a lot of opportunities to get some goals here. They've got to capitalize on one now to start getting themselves out of this 2-0 deficit. So you can start getting to work on that here. Ball's in play. Swings it to the right side, back to the left. They're taking a shot, and they're trying to connect here in the middle, but it's just too many Patriot defenders, and it looks like we're going to have another corner. And boy, Patriots are frustrated with all of these corner calls. And the Falcons have got to come up with a goal. These are just absolutely crucial and golden opportunities to get back in this game. So on the right side, tries to connect to the left and can't quite come up with it. So it's going to go out of play on the end line, and the Patriots once again walk away without a goal being scored against them from a corner.
It looks like she had a little bit too much pace on that ball as she was trying to get it to that far post.
And we've already got 7 corners here for Cox here in the first half, and we're nearing the 2-minute mark. Obviously, clock is still going. It's a relatively running clock, except for mostly when after goals are scored. And Falcons trying to find some kind of opening here, but you can see how the Patriots are just trying to bait them into delivering some of these passes. And Patriots trying to get up the field here in a hurry. They would love to extend and build on this 2-0 lead, make it possibly 3-0 before the half. And here they come. Going down the far sideline. Looks like she's going to try and get it middle. And oh, Joe goes just left. Becca has tried to get a stop there and save it, but no need. Goes to the left. Luckily, there was no one there on the backside because there was a lot of open goal.
Yeah, Chesson looked like she was trying to find Symbolis over there on the far side, but they just did not connect.
And now the Falcons getting a takeaway, bringing it up the near sideline right in front of the fans. Coming down the field. And we've got the Falcons coming back on defense now. And here they come, and the Falcons take away another pass. And we've got some battling going on here right in front of us. And it's just been going back and forth. Every time the ball's been around midfield, it's just gone back and forth between the two teams for a good while until someone can come away with it. And we are inside of 10 seconds here in the first half. It looks like that's going to do it here in the first half. And time has run out, so we've got the First Colonial Patriots finding themselves in a familiar position with a 2-0 lead at halftime, just like in the semifinals. And the Cox Falcons have their work cut out for them to climb out of this 2-0 deficit. I'm Taylor Jensen, joined alongside Terry Sawyer. Stay tuned on the VHSLnetwork.com presentation of the AAA Division Girls Field Hockey State Final.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
One shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you. One shot.
All right, welcome back, sports fans, to VHSLNetworks.com's presentation of the AAA Division State Final matchup between the Cox Falcons and the First Colonial Patriots for women's field hockey. And coming out of the break and starting the second half, we've got the Patriots of First Colonial on top 2-0. And they're showing why they belong here, that's for sure. And Cox is hanging tough, though. The Patriots have a very senior-laden team, a lot of experience, but the Falcons have been here plenty of times. They've won it 17 times. So that's a history of success from the Falcons that is really unprecedented in the state. I don't know of many other teams in any sport that have won 17 state championships. And the ball's in play on the near sideline right in front of some Falcon fans there. And First Colonial getting back on defense, got to come up with a stop here. We've got it's getting a little physical in there. You always like that when you're watching a state championship game on the line for teams to be really getting after it and aggressive. And it's still a lot of play around midfield going on. We have not seen really either team get into an extended a sustained possession that really eats up a lot of the clock. It's been a lot of just back and forth play with some quick goals. So we've got a change in possession on the far sideline right in front of the Patriot bench, and they're going to get it up the field in a hurry. And they like to play fast. They're a fast-paced, high-octane team that can score goals in a hurry, so you got to be sure that you're playing good defense against First Colonial. We saw them yesterday win 10-0, and they have a great defense as well. Again, we talked about it. They've outscored their opponents this year 176-9.
And the Falcons have got to be prepared for that self-start. That change in the game has really changed the whole face of this game as far as speed of play.
And Cox getting into some nice position here. Going to try and enter the ball into the middle, and it's overshot just a tad. But right idea there by the Falcons. You definitely want to try and get out of this hole as early as possible because, again, we are in the second half, and the clock is running. There's still 27 minutes, a little over 27 minutes left to play in the game, but you don't want to wait until later in the half to start digging out of it.
Yeah, I think if the Falcons could score a goal, that would definitely boost their confidence this half.
And they could use something to start stealing some of this momentum away. We've got a whistle over on the far side of the field, and it looks like First Colonial is going to take over possession. I'm not sure what the call was.
Looked like again that they didn't take the ball at that restraining mark. She started her free hit in the wrong place, so the official just changed possession.
Those are mistakes that the Falcons really can't afford to make because you give the Patriots an opportunity to break out into their offense. Wind picking back up here. We are up a little bit higher than everybody else, kind of exposed to it, so you'll hear it every now and then. And we've got some play again here around midfield right in front of us. And here come the Patriots, and they are threatening, trying to get the ball inside the circle, and it's deflected away by Becca Hess. And the ball's out of play on the end line, so the Falcons are going to take over possession. And they really want to try and get into some kind of offensive rhythm here. It's something they've struggled to do. And these are two very fast-paced teams. They both like to really run And they're no strangers to each other, having met 3 times this year already. We are just about to cross the 25-minute mark. So still early in the second half. And here come the Patriots again. They're on a little breakaway. And we got a whistle before the shot.
First Colonial likes to push that ball ahead, and they have one of their forwards usually up there trying to get a little tip to redirect the ball around the goalkeeper.
And the Patriots trying to get it there in the middle. We got another whistle again. And it looks like we got a corner call coming here. So now a little bit of role reversal. We saw 7 corners from Cox in the first half, and now we've got the first one for First Colonial in the second half. Ball's in play. Passes over to the left side. There's the shot. And it's deflected away. It looked like that was number 17, Jeannie Blackwood, with a deflection. And we got a penalty stroke here. Oh, boy. Becca Hess with the pressure on again. And she's got to try and get a stop this time. This has already happened once, and that's how First Colonial got their second goal. So these strokes are really proven to be costly here for the Falcons. Becca Hess trying to come up with one, and it goes to the right of her, or to the left of her. She dives to the right. So now we've got a 3-0 match here. First Colonial is just really starting to build on their early success. And they score with 24 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. So still a lot of hockey to be played, but the Falcons really need to start getting some offensive output.
A lot of times there's so many people down there in front of the goal mouth that it's easy for the ball to hit the foot and prevent a goal. So there's no option for the official except to call a penalty stroke.
So now we've got the Patriots trying to bring the ball back up the field, and they really want to start piling it on here. They managed to do it yesterday against the Stafford Indians, and they walked away with a 10-0 semifinal win.
Yeah, the officials are really trying to make sure that they take those free hits in the right location. It has to be within 5 yards of the infraction.
And here come the Patriots again. They're on the attack. And you said they like to really run and get that ball out ahead of the defense, and they try to do it every time. Their possessions don't last long, but they're efficient.
I think that's been a little bit of the difference here today, is that First Colonial's been a little bit more efficient in their execution and handling of the ball.
And that's something we also talked about yesterday, was how well they handle the ball. I mean, they really are very skilled players. We're just crossing the 23-minute mark, so 7 minutes into the second half. And First Colonial is comfortably ahead, 3-0. Ball's inside the circle. First Colonial is going to try and clear it out of there. And it's going to go out of play on the end line.
I was talking to the facility manager earlier, and definitely surface makes a difference in this game. And First Colonial spent a lot of practice time out here throughout the season.
So they are no strangers to this facility. They're comfortable here. And now the Patriots are out trying to get ahead. Got a nice little breakaway opportunity here. And it's going to go out of play.
Like I said earlier, Chesson is not letting that injury slow her down.
There is nothing slow about this team at all. And we've got another stoppage in play here. It's going to give First Colonial a chance to reset their offense. They're getting it inside the circle, and Cox is going to clear it out, try and get rid of some of his defensive pressure. And this is one of the very few sustained possessions that we've seen out of either team really this afternoon. And we're going to have what looks like a change of possession, or I'm sorry, a timeout. So we're going to take a quick break here on the VHSL network during this timeout. But stay tuned. We've got more state final field hockey action coming your way.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
All right, welcome back to Virginia Beach, Virginia. And we are live and worldwide on VHSLnetwork.com broadcasting the state final VHSL for the AAA Division Field Hockey Championship. And we'll see if First Colonial can hang on to this 3-0 lead or if the Cox Falcons are going to manage to make a little bit of a comeback here.
And I think Coach Swain called that timeout to settle down her team and try to get them refocused and back into this game.
And here come the Falcons. And it's immediately taken away by the Patriots. I mean, they are just everywhere on this field. And that split second you think you see an opening, all of a sudden a blue jersey just shows up.
Yeah, First Colonial is very good about getting numbers up behind the ball and numbers up in front of the ball.
And we got a change of possession here, so the Falcons are going to take back over. We are nearing the 20-minute mark, so just over a third of the way through the second half. The Falcons really struggling against this Patriot team that is known for being just an all-around powerful team. But we got a little breakaway here from the Falcons.
Yeah, that's junior Maddie Humphrey. She's one of the Eastern Region first team players.
And she showed why they're getting out in front of that First Colonial defense is alone impressive. We're going to have a reset and play here on the far sideline. The ball's a little high there, so the ref is going to blow his whistle, and it's going the opposite direction.
Yeah, he's calling that as far as danger is concerned. And then once again, positioning of the ball is important to the refs today.
And Falcons really trying to get into their offense here. They got the positioning, but they just want to be sure that they get set. But the Patriots are doing a good job of disrupting what they're trying to do, not really allowing them to get into their offense. Ball sent to the middle, but there's another Patriot there waiting for it. They send it up the field, and they're trying to get out ahead, but they clear it, and now it's Falcons are going to be sending it right back, and it's going to go out of play at the scores table. So we're right back at midfield, where we've seen a lot of battling going on. Another whistle.
Again, danger. Once that ball is lifted and becomes aerial, if there's two players around within playing distance like that, the person who put that ball up is called for the danger.
First Colonial would definitely like to keep extending this lead so they can get more and more comfortable with it. They don't want there to be any chance of the Falcons making any kind of comeback. They want to bury them quickly. They're getting inside of this defense pretty well. And that's credit to the speed that they have, though. Everybody seems to move very well.
That was a shot saved by Becca Hess.
Hess is playing very well. She's at a good state tournament. And here's the scary thing. If I'm not mistaken, she is a senior. So she has been a valuable asset for these Falcons, and she came up big yesterday in that semifinal win over Mountain View.
It looks like the Falcons are trying to push the ball up there to Humphrey. Humphrey's an exciting player to watch.
Sent to the middle, goes right across the front of the goal. There's just nothing there.
Number 11, Olivia Ward, was trying to get a tip on that, but it was just out of her reach.
So here come the Patriots again, trying to bring the ball up the field. And great stop there by the Falcons. They're trying to get ahead of the defense. Sends it middle. Shot. Oh, and it's just left. Great look there by the Falcons. That's what they want on offense.
There's a nice little give and go there on the right side, and then that reverse hand sweep. It just went wide.
We just crossed the 17-minute mark, and we're still at 3-0. So the shutout continues. And the Falcons would definitely like to break the ice and get on the board because they're running out of precious time. We're nearing the halfway mark, so not much time left to play here if you want to try and mount a comeback. And Patriots try to send it way up the field. There's a little collision there. Both players going for the ball. And there's a shot, and it's deflected away by Falcon defender. And they're not trying to give up anything else. Their goal right now is to play solid defense, get stops, and get into their fast-paced transition game so that they can try to get some quick points up on the board. Ball sent up the field. Patriots still trying to get into their offense. And it's just kind of going back and forth at the moment in between the 25s. The ball's being brought up the field right now by the Falcons, and it's going to be a change of possession right in front of the First Colonial bench. And this ball is just going back and forth. It's like watching a ping pong match right now. And the coaches from First Colonial screaming out there to get their team back on defense. Two very well-coached teams out here today. Very successful programs.
Both the coaches are also local products. Coach Beanie Sliker played at Kellum High School here in Virginia Beach, and Coach Julie Swain was a Cox graduate.
So we've got the Falcons down near the end line trying to get the ball in the middle and set something up offensively for a shot, and it's just not happening. But we've got a corner call. So here's an opportunity for Cox to get on the board. They could really use this right now. This is the 8th one for the game for them, but they haven't been able to hit pay dirt on it. And they've run some great plays out of it, but and gotten some really good looks, but they just haven't been able to put the ball in the goal. Swings the ball to the left. Shot coming. They try to get in, and it's in. That's a goal for the Falcons. They get on the board. 3-1. And the comeback begins. At the 13-minute and 42-second mark, that was huge. The Falcons desperately needed to get on the board there to start building some confidence offensively. They finally hit pay dirt on the corner. And if they can manage to keep getting those calls or get in those kind of positions there, their confidence could continue to build. It looked like that was number 17, Jeannie Blackwood. So now the Patriots trying to get in the offense. Oh, I'm sorry, that was number 3, Caston Farr. Getting credit there, according to the PA announcer. So we now have a 3-1 game here in the second half.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the other 2 goals for First Colonial were penalty strokes called against the Falcons, because that's almost a sure goal in that situation.
And I'm sure the Falcons would like to find themselves in those situations right now. They could really use some of these good opportunities to start getting back into this game. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break here on the VHSL network as a timeout is called. Your score, First Colonial 3, Cox Falcons 1.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you in one shot.
And we are back here live in Virginia Beach, Virginia on the VHSL network. And we are broadcasting live the AAA Division state final for women's field hockey. And the score right now is the First Colonial Patriots 3, Frank W. Cox Falcons 1. And of course the Falcons just scored just a moment ago. And we just are getting to the 12-minute mark here, so time is running out. Precious, precious time that the Falcons need to mount a comeback.
Yeah, the Falcons called that last time out, and I'm sure Coach Swain was trying to settle her team down, giving them, words of encouragement that, this is possible. They still have a lot of time.
And the Patriots out ahead. They got a breakaway here. And the Falcons trying to shut the door inside the circle. And they're going to clear the ball and try and relieve some of this defensive pressure. It's going to go out of play right in front of the Falcon bench.
Yeah, the Patriots look to find Kelly Chesson up there at top because she makes things happen on the offensive end.
And now the ball is going to be put back into play. There's a lot of field to get up if you're the Falcons. And it's going to go out of play again right in front of the scores table. So the Patriots are going to get possession. And again, we're at the 11-minute mark. So not a whole lot of time right now for the Falcons to mount a comeback. Down 2 goals at the moment. And like you said, it's a shame that they gave up 2 goals due to penalty strokes. But unfortunately, that was the case. So now they've got to make it make the best of the situation and get 2 quick goals up. Ball's in play. On the far sideline is still going back and forth. That's kind of a trend right now around the midfield, is just goes back and forth until someone just manages to get ahead of the defense. We got a whistle on the far side. Falcons trying to find some kind of passing lane that they can go through. The Patriots are just there at every corner, and they're out ahead right now. Ball went awful high. Becca Hess with a nice save there. Just knocks it away with her leg.
Yeah, it looked like number 1, Haley Schleicher, trying to find Chesson on the far post there. Interesting fact, Haley Schleicher, a freshman, is leading the nation in assists with 45.
And this program gets a lot of national attention for individual players and for them as a program. Again, they're ranked number 3 in the country. And the Falcons trying to put them on the ropes right now, but just struggling to get some offensive production. But boy, they're getting awful close right now. But it's going to be a change of possession, and now the Patriots are going to take over. They're sending it, tried to send it up the field. The ball is inside the circle. Falcons trying to come up with an opportunity to shoot. And First Colonial just keeps taking it away. Oh, wow. And this is big here. We've got another corner call. So this is something that the Falcons, they managed to score on the last one. This is number 9, I believe, for the game. They could really use this because, again, they can build off of the confidence from the last one and start to build some offensive momentum. You can sense the excitement with the fans. This is huge. This could cut it to 1 goal, separating the 2 teams. Ball's in play. There's the shot, but it's deflected. That was deflected by number 3, Jordan Lally, the sophomore.
Well, once again, that ball did not travel 5 yards before entering the circle, so the call goes against the Falcons.
Some costly mistakes here for the Falcons that they can ill afford.
They are a young squad, but they're going to have to do better, not make mistakes like that as they continue on.
And we talked off the air a little bit about, yeah, they're young, but that means they're going to be around for a while. They're going to be good for a while. And this First Colonial team is very senior laden, so they're going to be losing a lot to graduation, but the Falcons not so much. So you're going to be hearing their names called a lot over the next few years.
Yeah, a lot of times with these 2 programs, we don't call them rebuilding years. We call them reloading years.
And that is exactly what the Falcons are going to do. And you can hear the First Colonial fans starting to get into it, trying to give some momentum back to their Patriots.
Yeah, I'd have to give the edge to the First Colonial fans for leading in the cheers today.
And here we go. Ball's in position to be scored, and it's just not there. Becca Hess with a diving save. They set back up for another shot, deflected by Hess. Great goalkeeping there by Hess. And you can hear the fans. They're loving it as we just crossed the 7-minute mark, so precious time is ticking away for the Falcons. And look at this.
They're chasing that ball down.
That is number 16, Alex Brewer, just on an all-out hot pursuit of that ball.
Yeah, the Falcons want to try to lock it in down here in their offensive half. But there goes the Patriots again, breaking out.
And they just seem to always, no matter what you throw at them, they seem to always just have some kind of counter. And here come the Patriots again. They're inside the circle.
And that's Hiltz drawing the penalty corner for the Patriots.
So now the Falcons are in a really tough spot. They've got to come away with a stop. You really cannot afford to give up another goal here and go back into a 3-point deficit. That is just too dangerous. And I don't know that there would be enough time. We're nearing the 5-minute mark. And here come the Patriots. Swings it to the left side. The Falcons trying to clear it, but it's not there. And Becca Hess with a deflection. And we've got another corner call here against the Falcons. So Patriots are going to get another crack at Becca Hess. And she is proven to be a headache for opposing offenses. And today's no different. She's held the number 3 ranked team in the nation to 3 goals. And she gets a stop there. And the Falcons are going to clear the ball.
Yeah, on that corner set, looked like First Colonial was just trying to pace the ball in towards the goalkeeper and hoping one of the forwards would get the tip.
The Patriots still working the ball. Again, they're very good with how they handle it. Very skilled players out on the field for both teams today. And there's a shot that's going to go wide right. Becca Hess sure is on top of things. Ball is cleared. It's going down the near sideline, out of play. And we are just now crossing the 4-minute mark. So not a whole lot of time to spare. Falcons ready to play some defense here, trying to come up with a stop. And almost a takeaway there, but Brooke Hiltz just not having any of it. She handles the ball very well.
That's just one of the reasons why she is the Eastern Region Player of the Year.
And so far, the Patriots are backing up their reputation of a powerhouse, and some of their individual accolades have been proven to be well-deserved. So Cox now trying to break through this defense, and they just can't seem to do it.
Yeah, Chesson draws another corner.
And boy, now the momentum just seems to be gone from Cox, and it's all shifted towards First Colonial. Clock is still ticking. We are inside of 3 minutes.
I'm sure the Patriots are thinking they want to get back that goal they gave up at the other end. So let's look to see if they can do this.
Well, it's in play here. There's a shot, but it looks like she didn't quite get all of it.
And Chesson was coming back on her reverse stick side, just couldn't get a piece of it.
Well, now the Falcons are trying to get the ball across midfield. And here they go. They're on a little bit of a breakaway.
Again, you see her keeping the ball on her left side away from the Patriot defender and getting down into the Patriot territory.
That was number 16, Alex Brewer. She's a freshman.
And like we said before, the Falcons are a young team.
And we've called Alex Brewer's name a couple of times today because of her hustle. She gets up and down the field in a hurry. And the scary thing is she's going to be around for 3 more seasons. Ball's on the far sideline. First Colonial trying to bring it up, and there's Cox trying to hang tough on defense. We're inside of 2 minutes here, so time is ticking away.
Yeah, usually at a point like this, a team that's ahead will try to slow some things down and, run the clock out, but not these Patriots. They are here, like I said, to make a statement, and they would like to get another goal before time expires.
Well, both teams are pedal to the metal the entire game. Doesn't matter if they're up or down. they are going to go at it until that final whistle blows.
Yeah, that ball was a little too high coming into the circle, so the official blows it out.
We're inside of 1 minute here. And the first Colonial fans can taste it.
Yeah, the reason we have the fence around here is to keep them from swarming the field.
So it looks like, barring a miracle, the defending AAA state champions are going to repeat and defend their title. We are inside 40 seconds, 3-1, and First Colonial and Cox still going at it. And they're trying to get in position to shoot. That's number 12, Maddie Humphrey. She's a junior forward. Clock is ticking. We're inside of 20 seconds here. Cox trying to come up with a goal. The whistle blows. Inside 15 seconds. And it's going to be a change of possession. Looks like that's going to do it. The time has run out. And the First Colonial Patriots are going to repeat as the AAA Division state champions.
Yeah, just to recap on the scoring for this game. In the first half, we saw Kelly Chesson scoring her first goal off assist by Savannah Sheridan. And then Brooke Hiltz put in a penalty stroke at the 9:30 mark. Second half, we saw First Colonial score another goal off a penalty stroke by Brooke Hiltz. And the Falcons scored their only goal by number 3, Caston Farr, with approximately 13 minutes remaining. And the final score, once again, First Colonial 3, Cox 1.
And again, I'm Taylor Jensen, joined alongside my colleague here, Terry Sawyer, live from Virginia Beach, Virginia. And the Cox Falcons fall to the First Colonial Patriots, ranked number 3 in the country, but they gave them a run here. And you stay tuned for more action throughout the year, because VHSLnetwork.com is going to be broadcasting plenty more Virginia High School League sports throughout the seasons. And we thank you for listening in today. And we hope that you'll tune in later on for more championship action on the VHSLnetwork.com. I'm Taylor Jensen. Thank you again to our production crew as well that came down here from Northern Virginia today, or yesterday I should say, and they've been a huge help. So signing off, again, First Colonial wins by a score of 3-1 over the Frank W. Cox Falcons.
We're going to stay live right here for the trophy presentation for the state champions and the state champion runner-ups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please turn your attention to the center of the field, where Dr. Randy Riesbeck, principal of Frank W. Cox High School and state field hockey chairman, along with Dr. Nancy Farrell, principal of First Colonial High School, will present this afternoon's award. First of all, we would like to present the Virginia High School League Sportsmanship Award for the 2012 State Field Hockey Tournament. Would representatives from Stafford High School please come forward and accept your trophy? We'll accept the award on behalf of Stafford High School. We'll send the award up to them. At this time, we would like to present our individual runner-up medals to the Falcons of Cox High School. When I call out your name, ladies, please go up to accept your medal. Susie Ray. Izzy Drescher. Caston Farr. Mallory Roach. Jackie Lee. Lexi Pace. Courtney Daniels. Olivia Large. Emma Haupt. Marianne Richardson. Olivia Ward. Maddie Humphrey. Raina Trinidad. Maddie Hurst. Nia Webb. Alex Brewer. Jeannie Blackwood. Becca Hess. Hunter Majeski. Carolyn Moorfield. Now for the coaches of Frank W. Cox High School. Assistant coach Catherine Bowles. And head coach Julie Swain. Congratulations, Falcons. And accepting the 2012 Virginia High School League Field Hockey Runner-Up Trophy are the captains and coaches for Frank W. Cox High School. And now we will present the individual championship medals to the members of the Patriots at First Colonial High School. Katie Jones. Ailey Schleicher. Taylor Simbalist. Jordan Lally. Lauren Miller. Brooke Hiltz. Ellen Ross. Delaney Mitchell. Michelle Taylor. Marley McClendon. Kelly Chesson. Isabel Smith. Savannah Sheridan. Chloe Carlson. Spencer Tassone. Megan McDonald. Mallory Reckling. Jody Cowan. Stephanie McKinney. And coaching the First Colonial Patriots, assistant coach Taylor Roundtree. And head coach Beanie Schleicher. And accepting the 2012 Virginia High School League Field Hockey Championship Trophy are the captains and coaches from First Colonial High School. Congratulations.